Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my brothers. I had to fight my cousins and my uncles. But I never thought I'd have to fight in my own house. I love Harpo. I truly do. But I kill him dead before I let him beat me again. There it is. There it is. Little mamas and Gentiles alike. Welcome to another phenomenal mini episode of My Momma Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of Black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listener, have at home. It's a motherfucking mini episode.
Let's go. I think we should open it up and not do songs anymore in the beginning. This is exciting.
Yeah, I think we really can challenge ourselves to find some new, exciting, dangerous territory.
Yeah, I got some moves. I just rewatched Baby Boy. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Somebody had a BET night. I like that. It's always playing.
It's a good ass movie.
It is a good ass movie. I saw somebody commented this the other day because it was like a Twitter take of somebody being like, Baby Boy ain't nothing but this movie and this movie. And the way that people sort of treat Baby Boy as if it's like a run of the mill, like hood movie is 100% incorrect. It is a great film that just so happens to be starring a genuine psychopath, but it is a phenomenal film.
It feels like that's why people play it out. Like they really try to people really try to downgrade it is not a good film. And it's like wonderfully acted. It's beautifully shot. Like it's a great movie. I don't understand why people have so much hate for it.
Yeah, it's got a cool message that isn't like overly sappy, but also does like leave levels of hope inside of it. You know what I mean? Like it. Mm-hmm. It isn't about creating false solutions, but it is sort of about creating a sense that like everything in the hood doesn't have to be just dire and deadly. You know what I mean? Like it truly is a good film. I love it.
People give Jody no space like he wasn't 19.
Was he supposed to be 19 in that movie?
That's what I read when I was looking at people talking shit about it online.
Whoa, that's crazy.
This is just, I got this from Threads, which I only go on Threads when I'm like not feeling good or whatever.
Yeah.
On Threads, people were saying Jody was supposed to be 19 and Yvette was supposed to be like 23, 24.
Wow.
Which to me, it's like, damn. And his brother just died.
That makes sense that she would be older. I could see that, and that he would be younger. He looked 40. So that's hard to make peace with him being 19.
He is a dark-skinned man. Tyrese always looked like that.
That's true.
Have you seen Tyrese at 19? He looks like Tyrese at whatever he is right now.
He was in the My Way video. He was
and those Coca-Cola commercials.
Nemesis. Yeah, in the My Way video. And he did look a lot older than Usher, but I could have bought him being 19 in that video. I did not buy him being 19 in Baby Boy, but that's okay. The performance outshined his age.
Yeah, everybody acted their ass off. Everybody really went crazy in that movie.
Snoop was really good.
Snoop was great. Ving Rhames, Omar Gooding, that's the best thing he ever did. And he was a smart guy.
I'm going to be honest with you. It changed my whole perspective of what Omar Gooding could do.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, Omar Gooding is, he's a talent.
Before that, I just thought he was the dumb guy and smart guy.
He was great in Smart Guy, but I didn't see a lot of upward mobility from that performance. But the
you didn't feel like anybody was going to get out from Smart Guy.
No.
Even though it was a star-studded cast. Jason Weaver went crazy. Essence Atkins. Everybody was... The dad, I don't know that guy's name.
No, I agree. It didn't feel like they were about to make it out of there, but it did feel like everybody shined in their role. Smart Guy was a solid lineup start to finish.
Yeah, I really liked that show. Kyla Pratt was in there. Everybody was in there.
That's true. Yeah.
Beyonce was in there looking as old as she does now, which was weird. Anyway,
I love Smart Guy.
Yeah,
we don't
really,
have time
really
to talk
good.
about Smart Guy because, drum roll please, we got voicemails. We've been telling people that we want you guys to call us now, we say, and you did. You called us, and some of your calls were insane and some of your calls were very sweet, but we want to listen to voicemail together today and maybe unpack a conspiracy that one of you, the little mamas, left on our phones. So that's the plan.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this turn for us.
It's really cool. It's groundbreaking shit that we're doing right now.
Somebody's going to leave a nasty one day.
They are going to leave a nasty one. I wish you wouldn't encourage them as much as you seem to be doing. But yeah, that's inevitable. I agree.
It's going to be bad. Yo, it's going to be so bad.
You're really bugging. You keep telling them you got to chill. But that's all right. Yeah. Here we go. We got a voicemail. I don't even know who it's from. This person, maybe they said their name. They sent us a lot of voicemails, so maybe they said their name in a different voicemail, but fuck it, I'm not going back. Anyway, we'll play it now.
All right. Last time calling in, because I know I called y'all so much, but my conspiracy theory is that plastic surgeons try to give people the Beyoncé face, like subconsciously. I see people who get plastic surgery, and right before they go too far, they literally have Beyonce's like cheekbone or the structure. Like, maybe it's because I like Beyonce, but there's something to this, starting with Kim Kardashian and her plastic surgery, which subsequently leads to all her sisters' plastic surgeries. It's all like just Beyonce's face and just being like, okay, I kind of want this.
All right. It's Beyonce's face is the question at hand. Is this somehow secretly plastic surgeons saying they want to make people look like Beyonce subconsciously, she says?
I don't think it is that subconscious is what I will say to this one. I think that there is always a beauty standard at the time that directly aligns with the celebrity, and you see fallout from that people want to look like that person. I think that if you went back to whatever decade you would say she was the most on top, you would see people trying to look like Diana Ross. I don't think it's new. I think that the means to make yourself look like that person, right, have gotten more advanced, and that's why we see so many people. I mean, Nick, you live in LA. How many Kim Kardashians do you know in LA? Like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you. I think this is just the baddest bitch on the planet by far. And so it's like, all right, well, yeah, everybody's going to use her as the standard of beauty, including other very wealthy women who want to mirror that. And I think a fair amount of what the Kardashians are doing is blackfishing and sort of like wanting to create this image that they are more quote unquote ethnic than they probably appear just off of their own fucking original genetic makeup. And so I think, yeah, they go like, well, who's a black woman who looks like a black woman? I think Beyonce very much looks like a black woman, but with Eurocentric enough features that it does not offend white eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is not
right. Like I understand what you're saying completely.
Yeah, it's not. I think there are black women who we go are very beautiful, but are also more of a polarizing conversation for white people. You know what I mean? Like Takara Williams comes to mind, where I go like,
God damn it.
Yeah. Where it's just like, damn, that's it's just nuts. But like, white people ain't necessarily gonna have or Takara Jones, that's who it is. Takara Williams is a comedian. She's also fine,
yeah.
But Takara Jones is the one that I'm thinking of. But But yeah, I think is more of a debate for white people, whereas like Beyonce is more objective for white people as a beauty standard.
Right. And that, oh, man, I'm sorry, I looked up Takara. Instagram still hitting. If you want to do the show.
Listen.
No, I think the scary thing in that, though, is you wonder what happens when the trends shift. Like, I wonder that a lot about, like, women who went out and got large fake breasts in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then as the cultural pendulum kind of swung to something different, you're left in this thing that was really served you well at one point, but then now you look kind of dated. And it seems like, to me, that's sort of the worry.
It's funny you should bring that up because I was literally just listening to a daily episode about that exact issue. They were saying that like we are in the middle of a swing towards smaller breasts, that like women are in much larger numbers now getting breast reductions, in fact, because like big old titties, number one, are a massive burden physically and come with a larger cost socially, but they also are not in style the same way that they used to be. And so there's like a bunch of women getting breast reductions, and it does make you think like how much of these plastic surgeries are going to age over time as trends sort of shift.
Which is sad. Also, do big titties ever really go out of style?
That's where I start to call bullshit. And I'll be honest,
like in the
you,
magazines, sure, or like at the highest levels of whatever you deem to be fashion. But like, I feel like, I don't know, there could still be a lady in Chicago with huge titties and it's cool.
And listen, I'm still going to be a big fan of that lady. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm still,
I don't think she'll ever not be courted for that.
It's one of those things that I think fashion repeatedly does, where they claim that this thing is bad or this thing is out of style or this is not the way that women are or people are in general anymore, that is completely fabricated by a bunch of people who are not basing this off of sexuality. They're basing it off of like trends and their intention to sell items. Do you know what I mean? So
right,
it's like
silhouettes and stuff.
So you're making a bunch of clothes that don't require a bra anymore, or at least look worse when you have a bra. And so you tell everybody that like little tits are in, when in fact, little tits ain't anymore in, other than for the people who feel like they need that physically to take that off of their, you know what I mean, off of their person. But like little tits aren't, they're not out. I'm a big fan of those too, but it isn't just like, oh, the world decided that this has changed. It's a bunch of people in charge of a magazine that are telling us this.
Right. Yeah, that is a very odd thing, because yeah, Paige just typed in the chat, everyone wants to be heroin chic again. And you're like, the fact that it's again begs the question, how long, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that you just gotta chill, because big titties will get cool again. I truly think everyone hits the zeitgeist in like a perfect way at one point in their life. And if you just hold fast to who you are at some point, and you don't know when it is, and you can't control that, it might not be when for some poor people. Who was that little boy on Tim the Toolman Taylor? Who was that little boy?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
He fucked up. He got that shit from 11 to 15, but he hit it.
Yeah, he hit it hard. He was he was the standard of beauty in our country before Beyonce.
Yeah. I don't think it looked like Ally McBeal. And
he was gorgeous. Fucking Simba, baby. He was Simba. They made him Simba.
He was not the musical Simba. That was Jason
Weaver. Of course.
Shout out to Smart Guy again.
Yeah.
But I do think that everyone hits that. It's hard though, because you got to worry if you can't like strike while the iron's hot. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's where it becomes this complicated thing, right? Is that like striking while the iron's hot, or feeling so out of place in the body that you have that you're not willing to wait out the changes in trends, right? That like,
Right.
if you are made to believe by media, by the people around you, that your body is somehow incorrect, then you start to desire something else. Hence, all these women in the 80s and 90s wanting to get the big fake tits in the first place. And so one of the things that the thing I was listening to was saying, the podcast I was listening to was that more than ever, Gen Z is real down for plastic surgery. They're real like, nah, whatever, we don't, but they're not looking at it as a reflection of responding to like the male gaze. They look at it as like their own autonomy, where they go like, nah, this is my way of just activating who I want to be, not just because some dude told me this is what we like.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It's hard for me to get behind elective surgery in a major way. Just like
because you
just like
feel,
how the world is, how much resources it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no matter where you go, there you're at. But like, I'm glad that they find freedom in that. And I might have a very antiquated view of it, but it does to me feel like if you need surgery to be yourself, I don't know if that's a hole that gets filled always. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I worry less
It just
about
that's not a great solution to a problem, I feel like.
I worry less about even it being the solution to the problem, because maybe it is for you, and I don't want to presume.
Fair.
I don't want to make that choice for you, but I do worry that like there might have been another solution if you explored in a different way, right? And so I think for plastic surgery in particular, I go, if that's what you want, baby girl, that, or baby boy, whatever, that's what you should go do. And there's no shame in that. On the flip side, I bet you there was another way into that same feeling if you were able to get past some of the aesthetic blockage that's sitting in front of you.
Right.
So yeah,
we're so smart.
Yeah, we sound great.
This isn't gonna come off problematic at all. Let's just talk about what women should do to their bodies surgically.
Buddy, one thing I know for sure, this won't age poorly at all. This conversation is gonna stand the test of time.
These conversations are necessary, though, because I do feel like sometimes these things, the technology and whatnot, outpaces people having true feelings about it. And then you get to this point where you don't know where the culture is at. You know what I mean? So it's like
100%. Yeah.
It does feel, and I think that's why people get so caught up one way or another within the culture wars, right? Because it's like, wait, this just happened. I don't even get it.
I think also we don't give enough credit to how much these culture wars are dictated by a small swath of people. One of the things that they talked about in that podcast is that 3/4 of plastic surgeons are men who for a long time were responding to women saying, I want a breast reduction, by being like, well, your husband won't like that. Or like that I actually like the way this curves, or shaping. Literally, there was like this is fucked up, but there was like a.
This is when a doctor would be like, "No, I actually like big ass titties." Why did I come here?
Cool, man. I don't. For me, I don't.
What a nightmare.
That's dope for you. Yeah, one of the things that's craziest is that there actually was like this peer-reviewed journal article. Well, basically a doctor describes in detail the perfect shape of a breast. Like, this is the ideal breast that all plastic surgeons should be working towards, and basically like presenting this as this is what we should be crafting, which is insane because bodies come in so many different shapes and forms that even the ideal, quote unquote, ideal breast might look nuts on a lady that ain't built like that.
Right. And by who's, it's It's regulating bodies in that way is so crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like, come on, man. Some people like long titties.
Some people like that, for sure.
Some people like short titties.
And the rest.
Yeah. Some people like it when they hang down and they can pick it up and put it to their ear like a telephone.
Do your titties hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in the knot? Can you tie them in a bow?
Shout out to Jibs.
But no, I think to the greater point of whether or not plastic surgeons are making people look like Beyonce, I think they're probably asking these plastic surgeons on some subconscious level to make them look like Beyonce, or in a very straight up level to make them look like Beyonce. And I think we're all working from the same palette in a lot of ways. We go, right. This is the standard of beauty. Therefore, I will do my best to make you look like that, even if that's not what you're supposed to look like.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like within this, the conspiracy is not within the plastic surgeons. It's kind of society at large.
Yeah, we all want to look like Beyonce, and we should maybe reflect on whether that's a healthy approach.
Yeah, exactly.
But that said, if you want to look like Beyonce and you know how to do it, God bless you, because you deserve it.
Do I know?
Yeah.
And trust me, you're not going to pop out looking like Beyonce and your life's going to get worse.
No. You're going to see some improvements.
You're definitely going to see some results.
I think people are going to talk a little differently to you there, sweetheart.
They're not going to push you around down at the post office anymore.
Like, where's that check? I don't know. My mailman looks like Beyonce. I'm not.
Yeah,
It got lost.
I gotta buy him 2 Christmas presents now. Do you buy your mailman a Christmas present?
Fuck no.
Yeah, me either.
I hate my mail lady's guts. I hate
her.
I can't stand this bitch.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, she's rude and she never says hello, and she shows up late almost every day. Sometimes she's delivering at like 8 at night. So like if I needed mail, I'm just fucked. Do you know what I mean?
You gotta, because you're waiting for those SAG after checks. You know what I mean?
Bro, I got checks to cash. She'll be showing up at like 8 at night, leaving. She'll leave packages on the porch and not ring the doorbell. You know what I mean? Not even indicate like, oh, you have a package. It'll just like put it out. And then because you show up so late, now it's out overnight. Now my shit's just outside because you don't give a fuck. I hate this lady.
Wow. Man, my guy's cool. He's like a gay guy. He's pretty, he's like hip.
Damn.
Yeah, but then he's like so hip. Sometimes I try to talk to him and he doesn't want to talk to me because I have like a little bistro table out front. So I'll be out the side when he comes out sometimes. Oh, hey. You know what I mean? Oh,
sometimes he sees you out there and he goes, fuck. Hey, man, what's up, dog?
Hey, got your mail.
All right. I can't talk today. I got to.
And also, in the world, my sense of humor completely leaves me. So, like, I'm not saying funny stuff like I am on here. I'm just like, bills again.
Can I just say, it is so cathartic to hear you say that because I feel the exact same way. I am not.
Oh, really?
I'm not being funny. I'm not nailing it most of the time when I'm talking to people. I just be having ordinary conversations. And then they go, what do you do? And I go, I'm a comedian. And they go, all right. And then, and I just feel like I'm a fraud most of the day.
This is me at my peak because I can harness it in to the hour or 2 hours that we have to do this. And then I spent my low. I'm not funny. Bro, oh, man, I wish you could talk to my girl about how unfunny I am in the house. It's
Damn,
like,
this feels good to hear, man.
Brother, it's like puns and like stupid. I make stupid jokes. This just happened to me. I make terrible jokes to her. And the other day she was like, can you just stop shortening shit? Because I know that that's a douchebag thing to do. And in my head, I was like, oh, that's so funny. So I do it, but it's not ironic if you do it all the time anymore. Right?
Yeah, once you've done it more than twice, this is just who you are.
Right. And I got an audition for this show, and the character was a douchebag, and all he did was shorten everything he said in the audition. Self-described douchebag. And I was like, oh, man.
I'm going to do that.
No. I was like, oh, man, she's right.
Oh, now it was the mirror you needed held up to you.
Exactly. Because my sense of humor is not great within a lot of other aspects. It's not.
I get it.
Good.
I've put everything I can into comedy. Like I sink every fucking day into comedy. So much so that I drain myself dry.
I have nothing left.
I got nothing.
That's why it sucks so bad when my comedy doesn't do good. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to kill myself.
I did everything. I disassociated from the horrors of the world for this. At least let it work.
I ruined my whole personality for this.
Come on, man. I could have been a champion for justice and truth, and I chose this. So it has to work. I think about it all the time of like how much I sort of have to like shut down a moral code that I know, that I believe, that I live under actively for the sake of getting a joke off or being able to reason with a comedic idea that sometimes has like vile undertones. And when it doesn't work, you feel like garbage. Just
you're such a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because you mix those words up, and then it's like, because sometimes you're tiptoeing. Especially with the new shit. Man, I don't want to go do stand-up after this. Now I feel like
I'm glad I don't have spots tonight.
I got to do an hour. It'd be great.
Yeah, you'll kill it. So, dear caller, our inaugural caller, I would say, the beginner caller, we would say that, yes, our plastic surgeons are making people look like Beyoncé. No, it is not subconscious. It is very conscious. And we're all maybe needing to spend a little more time thinking about why we would want that as a society.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, you want to tell the people where they can find you? What cool shit
Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. Go to patreon.com/David Borie, GBORIE. Go buy my motherfucking special, Birth of a Nation. It's very funny. You're going to love it. Walk your dog to it. Make love to it. Oh, it's also available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, all that shit.
Yeah. All right, that makes more sense. You're walking
I don't want you
listening to it. You're not just
I don't want you to
watching
fuck
that
to the
shit.
visual.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
You can follow me at Langston Kerman on all social media platforms. You can watch my special on Netflix. It's called Bad Poetry. You can watch English Teacher on Hulu and FX. And that's if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories, if you want to tell us what beauty standards we should shift everything to for the next wave of plastic surgery, send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. And please, like this sweet, I would say overzealous caller who took things a step too far, but we love her anyway. Send us your own voicemails at 844-LIL-MOMS. We want to hear from you at 844-LIL-MOMS. Call us now, and maybe your voicemail will get read on the episode. And like, subscribe, rate, review, buy the merch. Say bye to your loved ones before you go. Who knows what's going to happen to you? Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. motherfucking mini episode.